So a company called Tikom sent me this vacuum cleaner, and believe it or not, this is actually my first robotic vacuum cleaner. And in my smart home I actually have a lot of things, starting from smart lighting and even automated pet feeder, everything just to make life easier. And for the past years I have been using a battery handheld powered vacuum cleaner, and there have been many good reasons for me not to go with a robotic one, the primary reason being the price. Because they used to cost a couple of $100s, and this was the deciding factor on whether or not I want to automate my house cleaning. The other thing would be that I usually have bad cable management and misplaced items around my house. So I couldn't really make the step towards that, but since the industry has changed, so has the price. This vacuum cleaner right here costs around $250, and naturally you would be thinking that there would be something wrong with it, and of course I get this suspicion, but in this video we'll take a look at how advanced can a robot cleaner in this price category be. So let's check it out. For the most products I look at the design, and while most of the robot vacuum cleaners are actually pretty similar, having a large puck-shaped design, there are also some things here to take a look at. So mine is in black color, which appears to be Tikom's flagship color as they told me, and it actually has 4 colors to choose from: black, white, gray and blue. And of course I really like black appliances. But probably the most annoying thing is having to deal with the dust on the black surfaces. And this one has a pretty glossy black surface, so I would worry about scratching it over time as well. But as it turns out, the whole surface is actually made from tempered glass, so it is more durable and easier to clean. But it will collect fingerprints if you don't grab it by the sides. On the top you will find a small island with letter T, under which hides the spinning LiDAR. This LiDAR scans the surroundings and helps the robot to navigate around the house. This is the part that also allows you to cleverly map the layouts of your rooms, but more on that later. The front and sides also carry sensors on them to detect various obstacles and walls, and the front actually has a soft bumper for those exploratory collisions. And the whole front bumper also moves quite a lot for the same reason. And some sensors are also hidden underneath for that anti-fall protection, so for multi-level homes it won't fall down the stairs. Underneath it also has some large spring-loaded wheels for crossing obstacles. With this cleaner you also get a base station that serves as a charging dock, as when the robot is docked you have to do some maintenance or preparation for the next cleaning session. With a simple click you remove the dust tray, that is pretty small in capacity, but it is actually quite understandable for this kind of device, since it also doubles as a water tray for the mopping function. Again, I was quite surprised that you even get this sort of functionality in this price range. The mopping function is a passive one, meaning that it has the ability to dose and dispense water onto the mopping cloth, but has no dedicated rotary mopping heads. It also comes with some spare swappable HEPA filters and mini brushes, as well as zip ties for cable management. So to the smart part of the cleaner. As usual, it is controlled by an app. But the good thing is that it is not another proprietary one that you have to download, but instead it is part of the Tuya ecosystem. So in case you might already have some supported products, you might not need to scatter things across different apps. On the first launch you will have to pair it to a 2.4 GHz Wi-Fi for it always to be connected. Thanks to the built-in LiDAR, the first thing you will see when opening the menu is the map of your flat. Here you have many different options and everything is highly customizable. The cool thing is that you can also set no-go zones and also create virtual walls, if you do not want the robot to access certain rooms or areas. The no-go zone can actually be divided into a total no-go zone and a no-mop zone in case you need a place to be dry. When you expand further settings, there are many options to play around with, starting with the manual cleaning, which basically turns your phone into a remote controller, and you can manually guide a vacuum cleaner around using the arrows. And naturally, if you want an unattended cleaning, you can set up daily cleaning schedules, select specific rooms and how many times per day you want areas to be cleaned. There are 3 different power levels for suction power and water amount for mopping. Other options include viewing the remaining servicing time for brushes and filters, as well as the cleaning history. Also good news for those who use Home Assistant like me, as you can easily add it there using the native Tuya add-on to access the set of controls and information. As mentioned, the dust tank is smaller when compared to a regular vacuum cleaner, and since this does not have a self-empty station, you will need to keep an eye on it. That said, I would recommend to empty the tray after every cleaning session. For some quick test, we also created some artificial dirt on the floor and set the suction power to low for seeing how good it would perform at its lowest settings, and it handled this dirt with ease, meaning that it was pretty good already. The capabilities of this robot will depend on your environment and how accessible some places are, because in very tight floor corners and spaces, manual cleaning will still be needed. For my routine, I consider it a very solid daily companion for maintaining floors clean. Since we have 2 pets, the fur on the floor piles up quite quick, and we have to do cleaning more often. But now we can be at ease, because it can do daily routine drive-through around the flat, making everyone happy and even do mopping. And regarding the mopping, with a full water tank, it was capable of covering around 30 square meters of floor space, with little less than 1/4 of water tank left. This was done at medium setting, so depending on the area, you might need to choose a lower setting or refill the water again to cover more ground. There are some things that need extra attention, as the spatial awareness of the cleaner can be tricky at times, mainly concerning my second point, misplaced objects and wires. At this price category, it does good with all the intelligence and equipment it has, as the big wheels help it to cross floor connections with ease, but some things like drying rack can be a bit too much, even though at times it handled it just fine. Also, 5-wheeled office chairs with enough ground clearance can really confuse the robot, which will take a longer time for it to get out of, as well as smaller undetectable wires here and there, where I had to untangle it. But I guess this can be corrected over time, with better cable management, as well as utilizing no-go zones and virtual walls. It will surely take time to let it go fully independent, once the environment is fully optimized. But right now the cleanliness of kitchen, living room and bedroom is fully managed already, and I no longer have to worry about doing daily routine cleaning. But I am really impressed by the capabilities and features of this vacuum cleaner in this price range. So overall I can say that this is a good price-performance ratio, and this would be a perfect entry for the beginners or people like me who just want to get started with automating the home cleaning. And see you in the next video.